You do that at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it again. Okay, prepare.
Go to your left a little bit, Michael. More. Wow.
Opening. Three rings around the moon. Turn, sit, circle, step, brush, push. 2, back, turn, cross, push forward. 3, open your hand, take the saber. Big Dipper. 1, back and tip up. 2, half step. 3, circle back and bring your toe in. 4, stand up and poke. Then swallow skims of water. Chop to the corner, tip up, drop the tip and step, and pull, lead to the left and up. Block and sweep to the right. Bring your tip back and step, zigzag step, and slice. 2 to the left. Okay.
Sorry.
Let's see. Last week we did swallow, skims of water, and block and sweep, right? All right. So let's let me see. Let me see you do it. Yes, Alan.
One small question on the swallow skims the water. When you're in the final posture, is the sword like right above your arm, or is it? It feels a little bit awkward to me, and I sort of end up grabbing it a little bit to the side.
Okay. Yes. All right. So yes, the pommel should be right above your wrist, your arm. Okay. Yes. If saying your palm should be palm up, so you're like this at the end. It's like diagonal. It's not the ending position is kind of like diagonal flying. You know, with your arms up and your palms up. That might be a little uncomfortable for some people. So you do what you can do, but try to keep your palm and the blade to be like parallel. Okay, so don't let it rotate. It's easy. It's easy for some people anyway at the beginning. It rotates around your hand, and it's easier like to just hold it out and keep your hand not always like this, and now but the blade is straight. You know, and let it turn around. So try to keep it always that it's flat with your hand. Okay, so like you're always going to shaking hands with it. All right, so here from the side, you hold it like this, and then at the end you need to get under it, and that's the right position, not just from the side. Okay, you're rolling it in your hand if you do that. So try to keep it, and I'll just say it's hard to do. So if you're starting it, the saber is the same way, but if you're starting out, that's common to have it. And for my classes, I correct people the whole 9 months to tell them not to do that. Even in the review classes, tell them to stop rolling it in your hand. So it's a habit if you keep doing it. So at the very beginning, try not to get that habit because it's really hard to get rid of it. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so let's review then what we did last week. So I'll do it facing you. All right, so from here, one was chop to the back corner. I'll drop my foot right now. And then tip up. And then drop the tip. At the same time, you're sitting and stepping towards the left corner. Then left hand goes down and lead the sword. Keep this open, big, to the left. And then do like a little chop at the end. Okay, so it's like this chopping, but from the side. Okay, and at the end, when you do that, then the tip comes fast. If you went like this, see, it'd be kind of slow and even. So instead, it makes that arc. The tip makes its arc right at the very end of it. The arm goes first, then the tip goes, and then it's fast and cutting. You can cut their eyes or cut them in the throat or something. Okay, so Try to have that little part at the end, chop at the end, okay? And that will make it look right. Plus, it also lets it go down. So if you went like this and then just sort of carried it, just put it there, it doesn't have the swooping down and up look to it. So if you keep it tipped down and go like this, that's the going down part, and then it's going up when you put it at the end. Then it zooms up. Okay, so. Everybody do it. The people are not doing it. Go ahead and do it. I'll watch you. Okay, Judy. It's chop, and it's like 45-degree down. Then tip up. Then drop the tip, lay it down, and step, and then keep it in that shape, fold it, and then straighten it out at the end. Okay, and higher. Your hand in front of your face at the end. So yours kind of level. Okay.
Yeah,
Are you having trouble with your shoulder? Did you say that before? I forget.
yes, so everything's lower. But my question is, when I'm trying to do what I can. At
Okay.
the end, I've lost my angle a little bit. You've stepped out with the left foot, and then you've pivoted to a bow step. Where are my arms angling? Are they following the front leg?
I don't understand your question.
At the final
In
posture.
position? At the end position?
Yeah. Where is the torso
Uh,
and the arm?
at the end, you're in a bow stance to the corner.
Right.
You're pointing at the corner.
Okay.
Your ward off up, and your hand is in your center line towards the corner. Your chest is to the corner.
Okay, great. Okay. I just for some reason was confused about that.
Yeah, I don't think we have that position in the hand form. We have the diagonal flying one, and people like to do it too open. It should be a little bit more closed, but it still can't be it's not to the corner. But you're using this arm. You're not using this arm. So if this arm was supposed to point to the corner, your body had to be square. Okay, but it's not. This one is, so it's a little bit in front. But okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when you flatten the sword,
Yeah.
what direction is the sword?
It points. It points basically here, and then you point it. I would say, your arm is still basically to the corner, and it's like at a 90-degree angle about, with just laying down like this. So here's straight. It's kind of pointed the other corner, kind of, but that's not that important. So just drop it and step, and see then when you step, you'll start to turn, and now it points back, and my arm points out to the side. So you chop here and sit and step and drop it, and you're already starting to turn. Okay, so by the time it's laying down, it's kind of pointed back, straight. But you're kind of don't worry about it too much. Your focus more is on the left corner at that point. Okay. Straighter, that's good, Kelly, straighter. All right. Okay. Okay, Lindsay. All right, good. All right, so everybody okay? But this is kind of this is kind of an easy one just to go through it, just to go, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you just want to put it there. But this from the side, that's like the hard part. Okay, so that's the hard part to do. Just basically, it's easy except for that one little thing, and it might take you some time to get that. So don't worry about it. Okay. All right, let's go on. I will do the next one, block and sweep. Okay. So I'll do it this direction, same direction. So here, from here. One is it drops and starts to go back and turns over and step. Okay, and just as you get it to turn to point back, and just as you step, you keep going forward and slice. Then 2, circle, open your arm, turn your body a little to the right, and circle back and step. And remember, on the going to the left hand goes first. Down, and then up to about level, okay, and then close and slice. Here, your body points about to the corner too. This is, I mentioned last time, this is a hard one. People like to do it this big. It needs to be way over here. Okay, you need to get your hands basically in line to the corner with your leg. Okay. I'll do it again. We'll do it again. So from here, back and turning left and step, turn it over, slice, and then look over the middle of the blade. Then 2, circle back, step, look to the left, circle down, and then close, and looking over the middle of the blade.
So Mike, are those full steps to each corner, or are they?
It's a zigzag step. It's inside the corners.
Okay, got it, yeah, okay.
And we don't do the hand form. We don't shift back and then go forward. We just go forward. So the zigzag step is where were we? From here. Okay, so this one is at the corner to start with. The left was at the corner, and then the right one is zigzag inside the corner. And then we don't open it or anything. We just keep it there, plant it, and bend it, and do the left one. This is a good one. I think I mentioned last week to do left, right. So you get the good feeling of, practice. Otherwise, you're doing like a kind of a full one on the right, and then the left one you started in a funny place and kind of do a not as big one. Later we have something that's like this, only do it stepping back. We do it 5 times, so you get kind of even doing left and right. But for this one, it's good to practice them left, right, as you can, and have the same feeling on both sides.
So how do you keep hold of your sword when your sword handles toward the left? I mean, I can barely hold on to the sword if I get the blade in the center of my body.
Yes, you need to open your hand. Open your hand. So when you bring it to the right and it turns over and goes back, open your hand then. Okay, can you see it? And hold it like a brush. That's similar to holding it the tip up, right? It's similar to that. So when it comes to the back part, open your hand, and then you just keep that shape and bring it across. If you don't open your hand, you can't keep the tip. It'll be pointing forward. It needs to point back a little bit. Okay. If you're square, instead of square, the tip in a little bit is what you would like, instead of sticking out. Now, in reality, if you're going to really slice somebody, you probably hold on to it more tightly, let their own body make it, push it back. But we're trying to make it look like that kind of, so a little bit, maybe not the real way to use it, maybe, but that's how we will practice it. Okay, so it's the same technique, like I said, for the tip up. It's the same kind of holding it, basically. So holding it like a brush. Yes, and if you don't do that, you won't be able to control the tip very well. You can't. The saber you can get away with basically grabbing it the whole time, but the sword you need to open your hand and hold it this other way. Okay.
I have a question. I'm having trouble understanding on the second
Uh-huh.
dash. The when does my left hand move compared to my right hand? It seems like it moves sooner, but it feels weird.
All right. So here's the first one. All right. 2. 1. Bring it back. Turn right. Bring your arm to the right with the turning, and have the tip come back. That's 1. 1 and step. Okay. 2. Circle down. Turning to the left a little. Circle down. Slice. So I would say, if we're going to count it 1, 2, 3, 1 would be 1 and step. 2 would be circle down and look to the left. And 3 would be close and close. Well, we're not closing our foot. We're leaving it open. We're leaving the back foot. So 1, 2, 3. So the first thing that goes to the left is the hand. Okay. Oh, I told you wrong. I think. So here's the thing. When you really do it, then it's a little bit different. So I'll do it from here. Here. So to the left and slice. To the right, and with the stepping, the left hand kind of goes with it. The left hand goes with the stepping, and then close. So it's more like 1, 2 instead of 1, 2, 3. Then to the left and step. I mean to the right, slice. To the left and step and circle down, and then close. So with closing, circle down. With the closing has a little circle to get your hand back up. Okay, so with the closing, make this little circle, but on 1, it was already with the stepping. Okay, so sorry about it. So I told you wrong the first time. All right, so here, again, bring it back and step, and the left hand go 2 instead of waiting. Then, so just 1, 2. Okay. With the stepping. I'll say it this way. There are things that you can do with 1 foot on the ground, and they're actually not very many. So usually, and then we like single whip. I'll show this. Single whip, you go like this, and you go over here, you make your hook hand, and then you step. And when you're stepping, what can you do? You can do something. So we lift up and step, but we don't go like this. We don't like open and step, because you can't really open and be pushing anybody to the side while you're like having 1 foot on the ground. So you need to get, before you do this, you need your foot on the ground. But you can lift up, because that kind of is going with your energy is going down. So you step out, you lift up, and then heel ball toe and open, and then strike. Okay, so you can lift up, and you can step for this one, for the one we just did, and you can step and you can circle down. Because you're here is like not doing anything. It's kind of putting your arm in one place, kind of. And then you're going to do this at the end, kind of open and close. So you can go down with stepping, you can lift up, but you can't like do like things to the side while your foot is moving. So you have to have 2 feet on the ground for that. So we want to be efficient and do put things together where we can. So stepping kind of feels like going down, and your hand can go down too, and then level slice. This one is a good one, and later we'll have another good one to do left, right. But this is a good one just to get the zigzag step going, and the with the arms and the hands. The legs and the arms going together. Try to keep it level. Good. Okay, I have a comment. On the first one, when we go to the left, from the left to the right, so we bring it to the left and step. Now, my arm is kind of curved back. At the end, if I just turned, it would be like this, and I want to be over here. So there's some opening and straightening, okay, of my arm, of my right arm. So pulling it and feel slicing. But from the to the left, I can't really, I can't easily do that. So here it's open, it's already open. Here, more just like make a big arc, okay? Basically keep it that way, okay? Because it's palm up, just slice. Feel like just open and close, swing, more like swinging feeling. So don't bend it and then extend it. Close, just swing it from open to close, okay? And keep your arm open, going to the left, just the way you're put together. Here, your arm could close up. You could have a little extra energy in your arm and use it, okay? You can open your arm and use some arm energy. But this direction, it doesn't work that way. So if you bent it like this, you know, that doesn't work. So just keep it open, and we're just not going to use our arm energy, our forearm energy or whatever on that one, or wherever it comes from. I guess it's maybe you're using your upper arm. But so keep it open and close, going to the left. And this direction, there is some kind of opening, okay, because your arm bent a little, and then open it again. Okay.
Upright.
Okay. It's okay. All right, anybody have any other questions? So these are our very first ones, and they were very, very easy. So that's setting the tone for the rest of the class. Okay. All right, so we'll go on then. The next one is called Little Dipper. Okay, and I'll show it this. I'll show it this direction. So from this slice to the left, we go like this. We're going to go one. We're going to start to go. We're going to shift more onto our left foot, and our arms are going to go down. We're going to open. We're going to look to the corner, make a big circle up. Okay, two hands, and then it's going to come down. And by the time basically the sword is pointing up, it's by our side, kind of. We're going to turn to the right, and we're going to step towards the corner. I'm fortunately standing on something on the ground that can show me things. Okay, so my left foot is to this corner. My right foot is going to go 192 sides towards the right corner. And then I'm going to swing the sword up, circle it up, and end up like this with empty stance towards the corner and a 45-degree angle, and this is also pointed towards the corner. Okay, and here my left hand is sort of in the middle between my arm and my sword. Okay, so just Nancy, can you tilt it up? Maybe I have to sit. I have to
Both your
stand
feet.
back.
Yes, you have to stand back.
Okay, so like this looking. Okay, so this is called Little Dipper. This other one was Big Dipper. Okay, this is like some similar looking thing. Okay, Little Dipper. Okay, so so look at the footwork first. We're in a zigzag step to this corner. We're going to go onto the left foot, and then we're going to turn and step towards the corner, but the toe points straight. Then we're going to go to the corner direction and step out into empty stance on the ball. Empty stance on the ball. Okay, that's the footwork. Again, from zigzag step, which is almost a bow stance, to the corner. Then we're going to go to the left, then step to the right corner with the toe pointed straight, and then empty stance on the ball. Okay. Be careful not to cross your feet. So that would mean looking like this. if you go forward and then step like more forward facing, okay, instead of to the corner way over here, then when you try to make your empty stance, it's a little bit hard, a lot more turning in it to get there, like a big turn of your body to get there. There's still a turn, but we're going to do the turn here when we put our foot down. So instead of while we're shifting, and then this is like only like a 45 or something degree turn, okay, at the end. So if you step too far forward, you're saving your turn up, and we don't want to. That's hard. This makes it harder. Okay, so we're going to turn here while we put our foot down. Okay, and then empty stance. But still, that's kind of the hard part. The stepping is new, probably. Okay. Okay, then okay, everybody, we'll look at this at the hands, at the sword. Yes, sorry. Okay, the hands are going to do this. Basically, we're going to do this. I'll just show you first. The hands are going to go from here, and they're going to go down. We're going to make one big circle, and then the left hand, the sword hand, is going to continue circling. So, and then come back up with turning, okay? So we want to go from here and open, keep the tip down, then the handle, we raise the handle up, we make a big circle down. See, can you tilt it up? A big circle, and then keep the circle going. Now your left hand starts following your wrist, okay? Then they both circle up and end up like this, okay? So this is slicing, I guess you would call it slicing. Cutting anyway. Maybe it's cutting. Cutting is using the tip, remember? Slicing is using the middle. Maybe it's using the tip. And so somebody is over on this side, on this corner side, and what you do is you make a big circle and go up. So you cut them up, okay? Their body. That's the move, the application. All right, so the typical application of this part is deflecting. So if this big circle up is deflecting. So we do that in a lot of places. If somebody's weapon is coming in, we contact it and bring it up. Now it's pointed over this direction, their weapon. Then you go and cut them up, okay? So you deflect their weapon out of the way and then cut up. Okay, so that's the application. This is the first one where we have trouble with the tassel. If you have a normal size tassel, when you make this circle, and if you go like this, it will wrap around your wrist. Okay, so we have to be careful here. And when you come up, you try to come up a little slowly. Let it calm down and kind of hang down. Okay, and not. It might do a little bit of movement and hit your arm, but don't let it go. If it's too high, then it'll go around your arm. Okay, so on the way up, kind of slow down. Right? So make a big circle, and you can see the tassel go with it. Big circle up and around. But when it's coming up, slow down, okay? And take away the energy from the tassel. Okay? All right, so let's try, let me do it a couple more times. Maybe you could do it with me if you want, or you could just watch. So from here, shifting to the left, big circle, we're pointing at the corner. They both go up, and coming down, when they start, well, from up, coming down, start turning to the right and step. Okay, so we look like this when we touch the floor. Then shift to the right with the sword going down still. Then when you step out, it's going up, and you're lifting up. And at the end, you look like this. Okay? Okay, again. Shift forward, hands go down. Say that's 1. 2, big circle up and bring your foot in. Hand coming down, that's 2. 3, and step and start turning to the right. My body points not totally straight, but towards almost straight now. Then That's 3. 4, shift to the left, and the sword goes from level, kind of sort of middle level, to down, which with my weight onto my right foot. And then that's 4, I think. And then 5, up and step out and land on the ball and empty stance. Okay, and you look to the corner. The sword points at the corner. Here's lifted, but here tilted down 45 degrees, but still towards the corner. Your empty stance to the corner, looking at the corner. Okay, again, I'll do it one more time with you, and then I'll watch you do it. 1, arms down, keep the tip down. 2, hands up, circle up, bring your foot in. 3, start turning right, the sword comes down, but stay by your hipish area, and step. 4, circle down and shift to the right foot. 5, up and step. Okay. All right, good. All right, so you do it. You do it a few times, and let's see if you have any questions. On your own, go. Okay, Kelly's good.
Mike, do your sword fingers point to the right forearm?
Your I would say, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So stop for a second. I'll face you for this part. At the end, I'll face towards you. I'll start from over. I'll start from here then. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I want it to look something like this when you do your circle. I want it to feel like it goes up and then basically back. I want you to feel like there's a circle. Now we're going to the corner. I'll do it to the corner maybe. We want it to go. Here's your kind of direction is this corner. The sword is going to make a circle around that vector, okay, to the corner. Try to make it diagonal. All right, feel it's diagonal. All right, diagonal, and then you step towards this corner. Then see it goes down and up, it just kind of spirals and gets bigger. So you start with a like smaller circle, which is still big, from your shoulder, and then you step, and now it's a with traveling, it's getting even bigger. But it sort of stays in the plane. Maybe it's not totally in the plane, but it feels like it's in the plane. Okay? So to be more stable, what I'm saying is, try not to do this where you go like this and it kind of toward the straight direction, and then you need to come and make it point to the corner direction. Then it's not in a plane, right? It's changing from this plane, the straight plane, to a diagonal plane. So try to make it seem like it's, okay, in a diagonal plane. Open it, bring it back to the corner, down and up towards the other corner, okay, the opposite corner. Try to get that in there.
Mike,
Yeah?
would you mind doing it with your back to us? Like starting with your back to us?
I do the regular direction, you mean?
No, facing so that, yeah. So your left toes are to that back corner, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, it's not totally in that plane, I will say, but it feels like it's diagonal the whole time. It starts over on the left of your left shoulder. It ends up aligned with your right shoulder. So it's translating in there, right? But that looks pretty good, Kelly. Yeah, feel 2 hands coming up. Okay. So remember, to the left hand goes first and closes. To the right, the left hand follows. Okay, they go up together. Okay, I cannot see everybody's angles exactly, but I'll say this. I'll do it towards you. When I come up like this, I want to be like this. Okay? So can you see? I'm pointing the straight direction. I'm pointing the straight direction. My toe is the straight. I'm not doing it to the corner, the normal direction. I'm doing it straight right now to the camera so you can see it. My toe, my sword, my looking, my body is 45 degrees away from that angle. So here it's 45. But okay, like this. And if I was standing up, this is Big Dipper. Okay, Big Dipper would be like this. Remember I said this is straight. Right? And Little Dipper, empty stance, and drop the tip, and the left hand is over here. Okay? But the body is like the same. Okay, the posture is very similar. Okay, so I want to be careful here and not have this like crossing or something. Okay, it needs to point to the corner. This is the corner, everything to the corner direction. Okay. Remember one is both hands open, okay, down, both hands down. 2 is both hands make the circle up and bring your foot in. 3 is step out. 4 is the left hand follows the right and step out. Okay, that's better. Your dog's choking. I see your dog's choking. Nancy, your dog. Okay.
Mike,
Yes.
could you, after we're circled up, could you show this right hand again, the trajectory of that right hand with the sword and also, both hands, but
At the end? Or
the second half after it's circling, I get the open and circle up, but then just show what happens with the hands.
open, circle up, step, then from down to up.
Okay.
Nancy, can you tilt it up a little bit?
Yeah, I can see it. Thank you. Okay.
There is a little bit of a little relaxing, I would say, at the end. It's not. Otherwise, you come up and be like this and kind of level. So you have to relax it and let it tilt down. Okay, and that's like in your hand, a little bit of your wrist and a little bit of your fingers. Okay, you're still kind of gripping it, but just a little bit looser and let it hang down. But we don't have to hold it like a brush. We don't want to do that. Feel the energy. Feel what you're doing. Circle, and then the tip coming up and say drawing a line. We'll do it that way. Draw a line, okay, with the tip. Draw a line up. Okay? So if it looks too much like this coming up and then like pushing it out or something, that's not the energy. The energy is the tip cutting up. Okay? Wait. Okay, so stop for a second. This, I want you to have this feeling, this energy, okay? Do it this way. From here, I want your energy to feel like this. Open, and then a big circle, okay? A big circle and end up. So from down, down, up. And the up part comes with body turning, okay? So uh, we really do this. We're already pointing the corner, so this up part doesn't have any really turning much in it. But then we start on the way down from up, we start to turn, and then, okay, so a big circle, I would call this a shoulder circle, okay? A circle with your whole arm pretty extended, it's just going around from your shoulder, okay? And your arm is not changing shape. It's not opening and closing at your elbow. Okay? You swing your whole arm around and you hold the sword about the same. I think when you open, it's kind of it's already open like holding a brush. It's still kind of like that. But on the way up, you can grab it better. Okay? Start to grab it. Up, and then on the way down, you're grabbing it. Okay? And then it's grabbing it basically all the way around. Okay? So change your grip. Yes, Alan?
I'm a little bit confused when I step.
Uh huh.
When does the step happen compared to the up and down motion?
Okay, so 1 is going forward and open. 2 is both hands up and bring your foot in. 3 is start to turn and step and start going down. But it's only halfway down maybe, okay? This would be all the way down. So it's here, it's basically as low as, it's tip up, okay, with that angle and everything. Then, down more with shifting, and then step with lifting it up. Okay. Later we'll have a movement that's very similar, and it's like this, and it's like stand up. Okay. I'll show it again. It's stand up. Okay. So it ends up kind of like Big Dipper almost. Okay. They're the same timing. Judy, can you not step forward? Okay, I'll show you what I mean. So from here, I don't know if you, I think you have room to do it. Circle, and this step where your right foot is forward. You're stepping back.
Yeah, I think I just got confused with it. I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we have to make, have room in our rooms to do it. But,
No, I can do it.
all right. If any of you have your computer hooked up to a big TV and you can look at everybody, that's great. I'm all for that. It makes it feel like you're more in a classroom.
Mike, now I'm a little confused about what you were saying. Could you show me what you were saying again about what I was doing wrong? The footwork where I was
Like
stepping.
you're doing circle and step back and then step out with your left foot. It's circle and step forward from this corner to that corner, not back this corner.
Oh, okay. And your right foot there, is that pointing? It's not pointing to the corner. It's pointing to the side.
Your toe points to the side. You're stepping to the corner direction.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. Well, anybody have any other questions? I know this was a little difficult, uh, but we'll practice it again next week. So let's start the next one, and we won't do the whole thing, but we'll start it. Nancy says I gotta hurry up though. Yeah, because it's very similar to the I'll say that it's not very similar. It's similar to what we do in the hand form. You know, after you do the separation kicks, then you go like this. Then you go like this, and you go and spin around, and you have a choice, but you could stand up here and then you kick, right? So there's a spin, and lift your knee, basically, okay? So that is what we do here. So I'll show you just the beginning of it, and you could practice that, because that is kind of the physically hard part to do. So we do it like this. We lift up our toe, and then we open the left arm and the leg, and then we turn and stand up and face the corner. So that's the first part of it. Okay. So the footwork is from empty stance to this corner to pick up, and you like this, to pick up your your toe off the ground, and then open and end up standing up, pointed at this corner, the other corner. Okay.
Mike, are you spinning on your toe or your heel?
You have to spin on your heel.
Heel. Okay, thanks.
And you want to start your spin. We would say we're using the waist, and that is here. I'm planted on my standing leg. Open, okay? Open. Start that way. Open, and then, okay. Do we have that? Let's see. Well, if you do the hand form and you do that from here, it's kind of like that. It's like that. So I mean that's exactly from there. And if you practice the hand form and do that turn sometimes that way, and the way I like to do it more is I go down instead. Let's see, how is it? It's like this, and then you bring it across, and then I end up usually going down, and then I stand up. I like that better. That's how I learned it. But you can also just turn and stand up instead. So you can practice this turn in the hand form, which you do a lot more practice of. Okay, then you could keep that going. This is kind of hard. When I took the test, one of my tests for ranking, this is where I almost flunked the test, because I spun around and then I didn't have my balance and I touched the floor a couple times actually. I touched the floor and then tried to stand up again and I still didn't have my balance. So this is a balance problem. You're holding the sword, moving it, okay? So the footwork, that's the footwork, and if you do it with the hands, I'll say it like this. Pick up your toe, open, and now you're spinning. Spin on your heel, drop the sword to be level, continue turning till you point at the corner, and your leg is up, okay? You're lifting your knee like the whole time. I'll try to do it again, here. Yeah, I'm not good at it, and I want to carpet too. But it ends up like this. The direction of the hands, it's not easy to see. Here would be tip pointed straight forward. Can you tell? tip pointing straight forward, and instead we're going to point the tip in a little bit. Can you see? Instead of like this straight, in, okay? And the other left hand fingers too. Just a little bit of a turn in, okay? And that we would say in Chinese is the number 8, okay? So I don't know how to say it. Is it ba? I forget. It's something like that. Ba, some kind of tone that goes along with it. But ba, I think. Then that's the number 8. Because the 8 looks like the two arms of a triangle without the bottom. That's the number 8. Okay, so that's my recollection anyway. All right, so that's what we're doing. So we spin around, do it again. Turn and stand on one leg. Okay? Good. And your arms, just like kind of like after you kick. Okay, only you're holding the sword. Uh-huh. If you've done the saber, I think we have some similar movement, some similar holding it anyway. Don't we, Nancy?
Do we turn 180 degree?
The direction is from this corner to that corner, so that's 180. That's your probably your question.
Yeah.
Your body turns from your body's pointed straight over here, and at the end it points to the corner, so it's turning another 45 degrees. But if you only think of the direction of the movement, this starts at this direction, and the whole movement points to the other corner. That's 180.
When do we start putting together the number 8?
Well, you start like this, and you open your left arm, and the right hand is going down. So by the time you're there, it's already in an 8.
Okay.
Right? So it's just turning into an 8. Yeah, there isn't anything at the end where you do put it there. It just falls into that shape at the end.
Your arms go down as you're turning, or do your arms go down first?
Your arms go down as you're turning. So from here, you circle and here. Now, it looks like they go down kind of soon. It opens it opens first. It starts opening very first, and you start changing, and you're already turning. So by the time you get to the point of the corner, it's all done. Your upper body's all finished. Okay. Well, I know what this is like. This is like at the beginning of the saber, where we take the saber and then we stand up and we're like this form shape. Okay, that's the same shape, only standing on the other leg. The saber, and then you close and then you go on. Okay, so that's in the third movement of the saber. So yeah, that's the challenging part. This turning and staying. You know, if you have it next week, it's great, and if you don't, we'll just go on anyway. But something to work on. Let's see if there'd be a workaround for people that have anything like this. If you have balance problems, do what you can do. So from here, if you went like this and opened, and stepped, and then spun around, and then stood up if you could, or even just stay like this. Okay, that's acceptable. Do what you can do. But if you're trying, then we do want to have the spin on the heel if you can. Lindsay, point your toe when you stand on one leg. Point your toe down. Okay, that's it. That's good.
a habit from fencing. I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's hard to change things that you know how to do already. I had a girl. She was probably 18. I can't. And she had learned karate first. And so every time she did, like a knee brush, the knee brush should be like this, and you go into a bow stance. Your hips are at an angle, and start. But she always her punching, reverse punch, always had the hip. So she couldn't get rid of that. It was just too much of how she did things. So you do what you can. If you learn something else, it's going to be in the new thing you learn. You're going to do it that way too. So you can make your own style later. Okay, you have any questions on that? So that's just the next part. Well, let's try to put these together. A couple movements back. Let's see. We'll do. Uh, we'll do it from here. We'll do it. We'll do it from here. Okay. Ready? Okay. Swallow skims of water. Chop. Tip up. Point to the corner. Block and sweep. To the right. To the left. Little dipper. And this is, what's the name of this one, Nessie?
Natural cat.
Uh, no. Swallow returns to nest, is it? Okay, we'll have to look at the name. Sorry. Do it again. What's it? So, I thought somebody was helping. All right, so from here. Chop. Tip up. Swallow skims of water. Block and sweep. To the right. To the left. Little dipper. Then, yeah, I can't think of it.
Is it Agile Cat?
No, it's swallow returns to the
Swallow
nest.
returns to
Swallow
nest.
returns to the nest. Agile cat is the Hoff. This is agile cat. Okay, so yeah, just to turn and get to there is swallow returns to nest. Yeah. All right. Swallow returns it. Okay, so one more time. And if you have any questions, I can answer them, but then that will be it. Okay. Swallow skims of water. Block and sweep. To the right. To the left. Little dipper. Swallow returns to nest. No. Okay, that's only swallow return. This is swallow returns to nest. After we turn, then we go down and we thrust down. Okay, so that's the end of swallow returns to nest. We haven't done all of them. We just did it. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks very much. If anybody has any questions, you can ask them now. But no. All right. Otherwise, all right. We'll see you. See you next week. And keep practicing.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Bye, Robert. Bye, Deborah.